Speaker. Colleagues, I bring to you today House Bill 2878, which passed out of the Human Services Committee unanimously. Many of you met my wife and beautiful daughters yesterday, and thank you so much for your kindness for several of you that went over and shook their hands and said hello to them. Some of you already know this, some of you don't know this, but all three of our daughters are in vitro babies. All three of them. In fact, it took us 7 years to get our first daughter here, with a lot of prayer and a lot of doctor's visits. And in fact, that's why her first name is appropriately named. Her name is Grace. While we were going through the in vitro process, we also took a look at adoption and met some incredible people doing incredible things. We met birth mothers who made a valiant choice to place their babies for adoption so that their babies could be raised in a home that would provide love and strength. We met adoptive parents that adopted special needs children that many would consider a hardship. I came to know that adoption is a matter of the heart. Recently, I became aware of an administrative rule that was being incorrectly implemented by the Department of Human Services. Essentially, DHS had refused to conduct home studies of some prospective adoptive parents who had applied to the Department for Adoption Services because they were currently under home study by another adoptive agency. They were denied that. These adoptive families worked with the DHS to revise and clarify the administrative rules. The revision with the clarification was added to the DHS administrative rules in 2008. In a later revision of the administrative rules, the clarification was removed. Shortly thereafter, in yet another revision, the clarification was added back in. At approximately the exact same time, another adoptive couple experienced the exact same thing, exact same issues with their DHS caseworker as had been encountered prior to the 2008 revision. What this bill does is codify the correct administrative rules. DHS supports this bill. Families Supporting Adoption supports this bill. Human Services supports this bill and passed it out of the committee unanimously. I thank Families Supporting Adoption and the Department of Human Services Adults and Family Division for working collaboratively together to fix this issue. It's warming to see the legislative process work as it should. I thank you in advance for your aye vote. Thank you.
Further discussion? Seeing none, Representative Lindsay.